Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nia. If you're new, welcome, nice to meet you. Make sure to subscribe and join the family. Today it is Thursday the 25th, and I am extremely tired. It is 7:35 and I woke up at 4:30, took a minute, got up, and I've been down here around 6:30 and I have just been setting up for the day, getting my to-do list ready, and I'm really very well aware of what's going on now and what my priorities are. So today's agenda is taking photos, painting the edges of these canvases because they look unfinished. These ones, they're not going to be painted. That's the whole reason why I've got the masking tape, so I'm going to take those off today as well. And yeah, just paint, and then at the end of the day I'm going to be editing videos and editing photos. So this week, to get you up to speed, I haven't painted anything as of yet or done any kind of drawings. I have just been educating myself, catching up on all the videos that I had missed, which was not a lot. It was just that the videos were super long, so I was just getting through all of those, which I've done now, and planning what I'm going to be doing for the next few weeks in terms of paintings. And I spent many hours creating new sources. Tuesday I got really sick, so I was like missing in action from half of Tuesday and all of Wednesday, except Wednesday I was feeling a little bit better, so I made lots of sources on Wednesday and feeling like I needed to make a bridge piece or some bridge pieces because there's some new elements that I really want to push. So the 5 elements that I always paint are hands, roses, animals, into like maybe tigers a bit more than other animals, water, and houses. And those are the 5 elements that I'm always including in my things. So that is definitely something that I need to make sure that I have enough of each, and I didn't have enough water things, and water is the next element that I really want to focus on. So we've got a few. When I say hands, maybe I should say like different parts of the body, because I have quite a few lips as well. Well, I've got lips on one piece, so I want to do like different single elements of the body. And then we've got animals, specifically big cats, and now we've got like butterflies here. Roses are like the main flower that I have been doing so far, and that's something that I want to carry through on my other pieces. And I want to find ways to merge those 5 elements within each other so that it's not like I'm just choosing random things. Those are going to be, I have to make sure that I have enough of each of those things within my portfolio is what I'm saying, because I want it to all be really cohesive in terms not only of style but of elements that I'm painting, themes, topics. So we've got a lot of water things to do, but those are most likely going to be done next week because I am having a big order of canvases come, which I am so excited. I'm going to order them all tomorrow, and we can just really begin to push out the bigger pieces of art. So I'm going to make sure that I do all of the smaller pieces this week, and then next week we're just going to focus on big pieces. There's something that I'm planning but I can't share yet until I know when it's going to happen, but if everything goes to plan I can share it next week, which my heart. But anyway, I'm gonna start painting now. I'm gonna start painting now and just listen to music and be really focused, because that's one thing that I have learnt over this week, is that I want to do all of the little technical things that don't take enough as much brain power in the evening, like all the editing, and I want to do all of the painting stuff where I really want to be fully concentrated and spend the most of my time, because when I start to leave it later on in the day, I get distracted. I end up going a lot slower than I could. So I know which pockets of time I'm very capable of doing the most work. So I want to make sure that I'm not getting distracted on the internet or anything like that during these first few hours of the day. Then when we come to lunchtime, that's when I can start to do the other tasks, like taking photos, and then start to not necessarily slow down, but start integrating other elements or things that I usually do. And then I know I'm really good at painting in the evening as well, so just building my little schedule there. Anyway, enough talking, let's get to painting. Done the first couple of paintings. I just need to go over them and draw them in now. I painted most of my canvases I painted all the canvases that needed to have paint around the edges in a specific color which suited each painting. Then I took photos outside, which you would have seen, of my production. I also sat in front of my easel with all of my production pieces and took photos. Then I went upstairs, got changed, and took some photos of my biggest piece that I've done so far, because I want to show the difference in size, but I also want to take some more photos of myself, my art. Eventually I want to take some photos with most of my well, with a selection of some of my biggest pieces in front of the easel and make a really nice set for some photos that I can put on my website when I start making that. And I just want to be more involved with my art. I don't want to just share just finished pieces of art and work in progress. I also want to share me with my art. So now I am going to do the drawings for those gouache paintings and move on with the projects. Finished all of them. Here they are in all their glory. I actually think they look a lot better like this. I found it really fun to do, surprisingly. So tomorrow I'll be taking some photos of these. Wow. Yay. Good morning. So it is Friday today. I woke up at 3:30 wide awake. Why? And I just decided, well, I'm awake, let's just stay up. So I did a bit of planning for the paintings that I'm going to be doing in the next coming weeks and what things that I'm going to need for that. So there's going to be a few haul videos coming soon. I also spent so many hours editing last week's vlog. I had to split it in two, so first part's going up today and then next part's going up on Sunday. So just currently uploading that as we speak. And last night, let's update on what I did. So behind me you can see this big flower. So I had designed a little something in my sketchbook, and originally it's just supposed to be a rectangle, but I added some petals because I thought that looks really cool. and then did some shading around it. Then I put a random flower there, and I thought I need to do something with this. Flip to the next page, and I did all these eye studies a few days ago. I thought, yes, these two match. This whole spread is looking really, really, really nice. So I need to figure something out. Then I came up with this design and wrote this quote that I had written in my actual sketchbook from many, many years ago, years or months ago. So I've put them all together in some way. I don't know if it's going to continue to look like that, but we are figuring it out as we go along. But I kind of like it. Then I decided to make a bigger piece because I remember I had this experimental piece that I've had for weeks and weeks from when I did the mixed media section of the course. So I thought, let me use this now. And I'm liking where it's going so far. At first I was like, what am I going to do? There's this big rectangle. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. And then I had the wonderful idea. I got some inspiration from another artist who didn't do anything similar, but they used a specific pattern, which I'm going to show you if I can find it. And it was one of those Windows browsers. And I just thought, that is so cool. Let me see if I can put that on here. So I just did a little example. I even filled out like little doodles inside the petals because I thought that just looks super cool. So I decided I'm going to draw those doodles on first, and then I'm going to paint this browser on top of it. I don't know if anything else is going to happen with this, but we're just building in stages. So it just needs to find itself here. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I also did, some experiments with some shiny things, with some tin foil and inks, and wow, it looks great. Here is the piece. Oh, I shouldn't have stuck the paper on top of it to dry. That wasn't a brilliant idea. Gonna have to paint over that now, but so that's what I've got to so far. I've changed the design a little bit, the colors anyway, because I just thought it looks really cool to have it fading into black. But yeah, let's see where we go from here. Hello, so it is Saturday and it's 5 o'clock now, and I've spent most of the day just relaxing. I came down about an hour ago and I've just been going at it with these paintings. I'm really happy with how they're turning out because it looks very ethereal, and as I was staring at this piece I realized that I did want it to look really dreamy and like within this misty kind of thing, and then that just traveled through everything. I also did some designs with my acrylic paint pen inside the wings of the butterflies, and I'm just going to leave them acrylic and just have the background in oils, which I really like. And now I'm going to do the finishing touches, which is adding some sparkles and little stars and stuff on my backgrounds. And I may even paint in some as well. I'm going to do some drips and then, some splashes, and then I'm going to do some little finer details, and then I will have finished these. So that means I would have finished 4 this week, which is amazing. I just had a big spider scare. I had my feet up against the wall and a big spider was crawling right next to my foot, and it was terrible. So now I'm trying to think, how am I going to redesign my art space so that there's nothing on the floor and there's nothing hidden, because I do need all of the stuff that I have here. I just need to make it even more practical and spider safe. So that's gonna be the next challenge, trying to minimize the amount of storage solutions that I have. Oh gosh, I don't even know where to put everything. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. In other news, I got a few art deliveries, and some of them are for future videos, but I'm gonna unbox them with you now. Here's the first one. It's so small. So I got some Liquitex acrylic inks, and these come, they're iridescent. No way. I didn't even check. I was just like, these, they have some, include some colors that I don't have, so I'm going to get it. I didn't realize they were iridescent, which makes me so happy, but I want to grow my collection of inks because I am having fun finding new ways to incorporate them. I have inky drips on literally everything, so I need some new inks. So the colors that I don't, so I do have some of the colors, but they're quite watered down shimmer wise, so I wanted to get some that were really super bright, aka iridescent bright gold. It's wow. The fact that it's called bright gold as well is just... Then iridescent rich bronze. I've got copper in high flow, but I don't have bronze, and I love bronze, so that's amazing. Then we've got some rich copper, thank you very much, but this is, so I have a copper one already. This is iridescent copper, but this one has glitter in it, and this one is just shiny. So amazing, I'm very happy about that. Then we've got silver, thank you. Then we have titanium white, that's fun. And then we just have carbon black. This one looks super runny, so I don't know how much I'm gonna use of this. Maybe I'm just gonna use it for the backgrounds instead of doing drips, like long drips. I'm gonna have the canvas lying flat and just do some drops. I think that'll be so fun. So that's those. And then lastly, oh, wow. Oh, this is perfect. I thought this was going to be the wrong size. I thought this was going to be smaller, but this is perfect. So I just have some A5 watercolor sketchbooks from Alteza, and I wanted to get some watercolored sketchbooks because I have the mixed media sketchbooks, but the pages are so thin and it does bleed through on the other sides. So I wanted to get something where I could actually paint in instead of just drawing and sticking in extra pages, because I really so badly want to paint in my sketchbooks. I mean, I could gesso it, but I don't have any gesso, and I'm not about to be using my other, like my heavy gel gloss in my sketchbook. That's not happening. That's exclusive for my paintings, even though I have ordered a massive 940 milliliter tub, which should be coming soon. But I'm so happy. The pages are so thick. This is hardback as well, so I'm gonna do a video of me starting my brand new sketchbook, and it's got these ring binders so I can use the full kind of page with no issues whatsoever. I still might use the both sides, even though one side, this side, is a lot smoother than this side. But we'll see. I'm so happy, and it's even better because I've almost finished my other sketchbooks that I have, so I will be doing a sketchbook tour very soon when I finish those, but at least I have some backup ones now for when I do complete those. So happy. I'm so excited to use these, like you don't even understand. These two especially, wow, the colors are just, they speak to me. Now I'm gonna have to figure out a whole new storage solution, and wow, that is full, and I need to finish these before, I just need to finish them now. So I have finished these pieces. I'm so happy with how they look. I think they look absolutely stunning. The bottom two are my top favorites of the series, the production series. I'm so happy that I completed everything from production, and I finished 4 paintings this week. So I still have these two that I had prepared already that I need to do some work on, so we'll probably start that tomorrow or on Monday. But I do have massive canvases coming very soon, and some circle canvases, so we've got a lot of different things that we can work on. I'm probably going to make some sauces for these wood pieces because I want slices, because I want to do some winter stuff. And here is what I did for my section of the living room, my little art space. It looks a bit much at the moment, but there's still a few things I want to do. Like I want to move this thing upstairs so that way I can just put this to the side, and obviously tidy up my chair and the things on this shelf, like reorganize it, make it look all good. And I even hot glued this nice fringe thing on. I think it is absolutely beautiful. And there's a little section here that I can put something, but eventually I'm gonna get loads of beautiful flowers and roses and stick them at the top of my easel and on top of this, just to have some cohesiveness, but starting to bring my own personality into the area as well, which I'm happy about. And I'll probably put some canvases here, not too much though, I don't want to fill it up. So eventually I'm gonna do a whole updated studio tour showing how I've organized everything. There's still quite a bit to do, as you can see, but just happy these are done now. So I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. If you have any video requests, leave them in the comments down below, because I'm always on the lookout for different content to make as well within art. And if you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll answer them, or I'll even make videos of them. That'll be super fun. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You